Thank you very much. I'd like you all to know that I've sold out completely. I now wear a tie on stage, and I don't wear jeans anymore. You know, it's kind of forsaken my roots. And all the way this came about, you see, I finally took government money. There's an outfit in Canada called the Canada Council for the Arts. It's a federal organization, very similar to an organization that you used to have here in the United States called the National Endowment for the Arts. I really don't understand it, you know. I mean, you elect a president who's got a folk singer for a daughter and a ballet dancer for a son, and immediately all arts funding in the country gets cut. What is he trying to tell you? We don't know. Well, the Canada Council still exists, and my friend David Essig, who's originally from Washington, D.C., but, oh my God, somebody knows him? He now lives in Canada. He's a wonderful songwriter, instrumentalist, performer. He wrote a letter to the Canada Council, and it went something like this. Dear Canada Council, my name is Dave Essig. I'd like to take a year off to write some weird esoteric guitar music and make an album. How about some money? Love, Dave. He got back a letter. It said, Dear Dave, love the idea. Here's $19,000. Have a good time. Love the Canada Council. P.S. If you want more, it's there if you need it. Well, I got really excited. So I wrote a letter that said, Dear Canada Council, my name is Stan Rogers. I've written a lot of songs about the eastern part of North America and a lot of songs about the western part. Now what I want to do is fill up the gap in the map. I want to write a bunch of songs about the Great Lakes region. How about some money? Love, Stan. I got back a letter that said, Dear Occupant, your idea shows some merit. Here's $50. Have a good time. P.S. If you want more, forget it. Regards, Canada Council. This song is called White Squall, and it deals with a meteorological phenomenon on the Great Lakes, a very sudden storm. You'll be sailing along in your little Tupperware boat, having a wonderful time. The champagne will be cold. You know, the pate will be perfectly smooth.
The company will be mellow. Oh, wow.
All of a sudden, out of nowhere, comes a very sudden storm, a very sudden wind, up to 100 miles an hour. And it only lasts 15 or 20 minutes, but when it's gone, so are you. Your Tupperware boat's at the bottom of the lake, and you're probably somewhere near it. And it's quite a...
Well, they talk about the Bermuda Triangle, you know, and there's a place on Lake Huron called the Godrich Rhomboid. There's the, you know, Sault Ste. Marie tetrahedron. There's all kinds of bizarre places out there nobody knows anything about.
This song also talks about the town of Wyerton, Ontario. Wyerton has provided more senior officers for the Great Lakes shipping lines than any other town in North America. Now, I've been to Wyerton, and I could understand why anybody would want to leave by the first available transportation. Not a pretty sight.
Actually, those of you who are into movies and stuff, you may have had a film here called Quest for Fire. Did you get that here? It was filmed mostly in downtown Wyerton. All the young men there, unfortunately, look like Greg Allman.
It's very, you know, Quest for Fire really is Wyerton. It's, I mean, you go there on any Saturday night and you can see guys walking around on all fours in the main street.
They act like Greg Allman, too.
That's rough. White Squall. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now it's just my luck to have the watch with nothing left to do but watch the deadly waters glide as we roll north to the Sioux, and wonder when they'll turn again and pitch us to the rail and whirl off one more youngster in the gale. The kid was so damn eager, it was all so big and new. You never had to tell tell him twice or mind him work to do. And evenings on the mess deck, he was always first to sing and show us pictures of the girl he'd wed in the spring. But I told that kid 100 times, don't take the lakes for granted. They go from calm to 100 knots, so fast they seem enchanted. But tonight some red-eyed Wyerton girl lies staring at the wall, and her lover's gone into a white squall. Now it's a thing that us old-timers know, in a sultry summer calm there comes a blow from nowhere, and it goes off like a bomb, and a 15,000-tonner can be thrown upon her beam, while the gale takes all before it with a scream. The kid was on the hatches, lying staring at the sky. From where I stood, I swear I could see tears fall from his eyes. So I hadn't the heart to tell him that he should be on a line, even on a night so warm and fine. But I told that kid 100 times, don't take the lakes for granted. They go from calm to 100 knots, so fast they seem enchanted. But tonight some red-eyed Wyerton girl lies staring at the wall, and her lover's gone into a white squall. When it struck, he sat up with a start. I roared to him, get down, but for all that he could hear, I could as well not made a sound. So I clung there to the stanchions, and I felt my face go pale as he crawled hand over hand along the rail. Now I could feel her heeling over with the fury of the blow. I watched the rail go under, then so terrible and slow. Then like some great dog she shook herself and roared upright again. Far overside I heard him call my name. But I told that kid 100 times, don't take the lakes for granted. They go from calm to 100 knots, so fast they seem enchanted. But tonight some red-eyed Wyerton girl lies staring at the wall, and her lover's gone into a white squall. So it's just my luck to have the watch with nothing left to do. Watch the deadly waters glide as we roll north to the Sioux. Wonder when they'll turn again and hitch us to the rail, and whirl off one more youngster in the gale. And I tell these kids 100 times, don't take the lakes for granted. They go from calm to 100 knots, so fast they seem enchanted. But tonight some red-eyed Wyerton girl lies staring at the wall, and her lover's gone into a white squall. This next song is called Lockkeeper, and it arose out of my becoming reacquainted with an old childhood friend, a book written by Kenneth Graham called The Wind in the Willows. Is there anybody here who had a deprived childhood, didn't read The Wind in the Willows? Hands up.
Those of you who haven't
What
read
high school is this?
What band is this? Our bass player hasn't. Those of you who haven't read it, it's a really cute little book. It's got all kinds of little animals that run around in tweed jackets with leather patches on the elbows, and they all drink wine and beer together, and they talk English accents.
All the things we take for granted, you know? There's a wonderful scene in The Wind in the Willows where the river rat is lying on his back on a hillside, staring up at the sky, pondering the meaning of life. What is air? Why is a cow? Stuff like that. And as the mysteries of the universe are unfolding before his gaze, along comes a seagoing rat who's been vacationing inland and is now returning to his ship. They sit down and they have a few beers, a few laughs, trade songs and young dreams into the afternoon, have a pretty good time. And it comes about that the river rat is told of the wonderful places there are in the world. The seagoing rat tells the river rat of the wonders of the universe that he's seen. Places like the waterfront at Marseille, the sewers of Cairo.
Anywhere in New Jersey.
And he invites the river rat to come with him on his next voyage, see some of these wonders for himself. The river rat is tempted, but he remembers that his little friends are back on the riverbank. His home is there. Everything that he loves is right back there in that grotty little hole. So he decides not to go. The same sort of thing happens on the St. Lawrence Seaway. The lock keepers and canal attendants there, they watch ships go by from all over the world, and they talk to the crews, and they get a picture of life that you and I will probably never see. And then they go home to their little split-level houses in Port Dalhousie and Buffalo and exotic places like that. And they sit down in their lazy boy recliners and they take out their 19.5% mortgages and read them over again, looking for a loophole. And, you know, they look at the 3.5 kids and, you know, their wife going by. And they think about Tahiti and Bora Bora, Nukuhiva, Bali, San Francisco.
Enough.
Lockkeeper. Again, lockkeeper, we're laden even deeper than the time before. Oriental oils and tea brought down from Singapore. As we wait for my lock to cycle, I say my wife has just given me a son. A son, you cry, is that all that you've done? She wears bougainvillea blossoms. You pluck 'em from her hair and toss 'em in the tide. Sweep her in your arms and carry her inside. Her sighs catch on your shoulder. Her moonlit eyes grow bold and wiser through her tears. And I say, how could you stand to leave her for a year? Then come with me, you say, to where the Southern Cross rides high upon your shoulders. and with it you are tethered to the foam. And I wouldn't trade your life for 1 hour of home. While you compensate for leeway through the trades, and you shoot the stars to see the miles you've made, and you laugh at hearts you've riven. But which of these has given us more love or life? You, your tropic mates, or me, my wife. Then come with me, you say, to where the Southern Cross rides high upon your shoulder. Oh, come with me, you cry, each day attend this lock, you're 1 day older, while your blood grows colder. But that anchor chain's a fetter, and with it you are tethered to the foam. And I wouldn't trade your life for 1 hour of home. Ah, your anchor chain's a fetter, and with it you are tethered to the foam. And I wouldn't trade your whole life for 1 hour of home. Oh, the year was 1778. How I wish I was in Sherbrooke now. A letter of marque came from the king to the scummiest vessel I'd ever seen. God damn them all. I was told we'd cruise the seas for American gold. We'd fire no guns, shed no tears. Now I'm a broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Barrett's privateers. Oh, well, said Barrett, cried the town, how I wish I was in Sherbrooke now. For 20 brave men, all fishermen, who would make for him the Antelope's crew. God damn them all. I was told we'd cruise the seas for American gold. We'd fire no guns, shed no tears. Now I'm a broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Barrett's privateers. The Antelope sloop was a sickening sight. How I wish I was in Sherbrooke now. She'd a list to the port and her sails in rags, and the cook in the scuppers with the staggers and jags. God damn them all. I was told we'd cruise the seas for American gold. We'd fire no guns, shed no tears. Now I'm a broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Barrett's privateers. On the King's birthday we put to sea. How I wish I was in Sherbrooke now. We were 91 days to Montego Bay, bumping like madmen all the way. God damn them all. I was told we'd cruise the seas for American gold. We'd fire no guns, shed no tears. Now I'm a broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Barrett's privateers. On the 96th day we sailed again. How I wish I was in Sherbrooke now. When a bloody great Yankee hove in sight, with our cracked 4-pounders we made to fight. God damn them all. I was told we'd cruise the seas for American gold. We'd fire no guns, shed no tears. Now I'm a broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Barrett's privateers. The Yankee lay low down with cold. How I wish I was in Sherbrooke now. She was broad and fat and loose in stays, but to catch her took the Antelope 2 whole days. God damn them all.
Come on, you wimps! Show us what you're made of!
Then at length we stood 2 cables away. How I wish I was in Sherbrooke now. Our cracked 4-pounders made an awful din, but with one fat ball the Yanks stove us in. God damn them all. I was told we'd cruise the seas for American gold. We'd fire no guns, shed no tears. Now I'm a broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Barrett's privateers. The Antelope shook and pitched on her side. How I wish I was in Sherbrooke now. Barrett was smashed like a bowl of eggs, and the main truck carried off both my legs. God damn them all. I was told we'd cruise the seas for American gold. We'd fire no guns, shed no tears. Now I'm a broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Barrett's privateers. So here I lay in my 23rd year. How I wish I was in Sherbrooke now. It's been 6 years since we sailed away, and I just made Halifax yesterday. God damn them all. I was told we'd cruise the seas for American gold. We'd fire no guns, shed no tears. Now I'm a broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Barrett's privateers.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much.
Good going, guys.
Damn good for wimps.
I don't know why he says that. When I got Bob Kuzik's letter, I didn't quite know what to think. He wasn't the first person, actually, who's claimed that the Mary Ellen Carter saved his life. But he was the first one to offer proof. I've never met the man. I understand he's here tonight. I hope he hangs around so I can shake his hand. I'd like to introduce the band.
Hi.
Oh.
I was wondering who he was.
Swell. This gentleman over here, this tall, elegant morsel.
What a chunk, eh?
Ladies and gentlemen, from from Red Deer, Alberta, weighing a lot less than you did when you first joined the band. Yes, gradually getting worn down to proper bass player size. 5'2", 102 pounds. We're working on him. Please, a warm hand for Jim Morrison.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Over here is the reason I'm not an only child.
It's a dirty job.
But somebody has to do it. No, I'm tremendously grateful. Any hints of nepotism actually in the ranks of our organization are referred to our father. Mom runs the record company. Garnet plays with me, and I play with him. We get along pretty well. And Jim plays with us. Is that a little bit of Alberta crude? Well, it's great actually having a family like we have, and I'm very proud to have my brother with me. He's my brother, he's also my friend, Garnet Rogers.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Our thanks to Len and all his people who've put this show together for us. We've had a wonderful time. Especially our thanks to Bill Morrissey, who turned out one wonderful show tonight.
Also, I'd like to thank Charlie, who's been doing sound tonight and doing a remarkable job.
Yes, excellent. Thank you, Charlie. Rise again, that her name not be lost to the knowledge of men. Those who loved her best and were with her till the end will make the Mary Ellen Carter rise again. Sing it with me, won't you? Rise again, louder. Rise again, that her name not be lost to the knowledge of men. Those who loved her best and were with her to rise again. I understand you know it.
Perfect.
October in a pouring driving rain. The skipper he'd been drinking and the lady felt no pain. Too close to 3 Mile Rock and she was dealt a mortal blow, and the Mary Ellen Carter settled low. There was just us 5 aboard her when she finally was awash. We'd worked like hell to save her, all heedless of the cost, and the groan she gave as she went down it caused us to proclaim that the Mary Ellen Carter would rise again. Well, the owners wrote her off, not a nickel was it spent. She gave 20 years of service, boys, in her sorry end. But insurance paid the loss to us, so let her rest below. Then they laughed at us and said we had to go. We talked of her all winter, some days around the clock, for she's worth $250,000 afloat and at the dock. And with every jar that hit the bar, we swore we would remain and make the Mary Ellen Carter rise again. Rise again, come on! Rise again, that her name not be lost to the knowledge of men. Those who loved her best and were with her till the end will make the Mary Ellen Carter rise again. All spring now we've been with her on a barge lent by a friend. 3 times a day in a hard hat suit and twice I've had the bend. Thank God it's only 60 feet and the currents here are slow, for I'd never have the strength to go below. We've hatched her in, stopped her in, dog hatch and portal down, put cables to her fore and aft and girded her around. Tomorrow noon we'll hit the air and then take up the strain and make the Mary Ellen Carter rise again. Rise again, rise again, that her name not be lost to the knowledge of men. the weather till the end will make the merry yellow Carter rise again. Crumble into skin. She saved our lives so many times, living through the gale, and the laughing drunken rats who left her to a sorry grave. They won't be laughing in another day. And you to whom adversity has dealt the final blow, with smiling bastards lying to you everywhere you go, turn to and put out all your strength of arm and heart and brain, and like the merry yellow Carter rise again. Rise again, rise again, though your heart is be broken and life about to end. No matter what you've lost, be in a home, a love, a friend, like the merry yellow Carter, rise again. Rise again, rise again, though your heart is be broken and life about to end. No matter what you've lost, be in a home, a love, a friend, like the merry yellow Carter, rise again. Jim Morrison, Garnet Rogers. What's the matter with you people? Oh, this is great. You know, we've been playing in this area about once or twice a year for about 5 years now. Always at a very neat little card shop over on Palmer Street in Harvard Square. And as much as Passim has been a lot of fun for us and a real kind of stepping stone, it has been a stepping stone to this. And it feels awfully good to finally get into a concert hall with you folks and be able to kick out the jams a little. I'd like to do one by myself and then call the fellows back out, and we'll wind things up with another tune together. This song I learned from its writer. It's not very often that a hero lives up to your expectations. You know, you get an idea of somebody you might admire for one reason or another, and you get an idea in your head of just, you know, of what they're like, and then you meet them and they're a nerd. You know, who is this drip? But the fellow that wrote this song, he is, if anything, greater than his songs. He may be one of the two or three best songwriters in the world. His songs are magnificent. He's written the most beautiful and evocative anti-war songs ever written. Songs like "And the Band Played Waltzing Matilda," "No Man's Land." You know, I'm talking about Eric Boggle. When I met Eric, I sort of wasn't expecting too much, because I figured, well, I've admired him and his music for years. If he turns out to be a bit of a jerk, you know, well, that's okay. Turned out he's wonderful. He's a wonderful human being. Just a really fine man. And one of the most well-balanced individuals I've ever met. As this song is going to demonstrate to you. I mean, he writes these beautiful, serious war songs, but he also writes stuff like this. Oh, I should explain. In order for you to understand this song, you have to understand that the term Moggy refers to an Australian pet cat. Okay, that's what they call pet cats over there. Somebody's Moggy just lying by the road. Somebody's pussy who forgot his highway code. Someone's favorite feline who just ran out of luck 'cause he ran out on the road and tried to argue with a truck. Yesterday he frolicked in his pussy paradise, decapitating Tweety birds and masticating mice. Now he's just 6 pounds of raw mincemeat that don't smell very nice. He's nobody's Moggy now. Now if you love your pussy, do try to keep him in. Don't let him argue with a truck. The truck is bound to win. Never let him on the road to play and sport and frolic, 'cause if you do, I'm warning you, it could be catastrophic. I'm sorry. If you let him argue with a truck, I fear that will be that, for there'll be a last despairing and a sort of squelchy splat. And your pussy will be slightly dead and very, very flat. He's nobody's Moggy, just red and wet and soggy. He's nobody's Moggy now. Thank you very much. Will you please welcome back Garnet Rogers and Jim Morrison.
Forgotten it. He's a fellow who used to live in Stan's closet back in the days when Stan was living in London, Ontario.
Yes, we used to brew a lot of beer in that apartment. Consequently, we had a lot of friends. One night, Willie P. Bennett came over for a beer and stayed for 8 months.
He got confused and he couldn't find the door.
He moved into the hall closet. He came from a large family in Toronto. He said it was the first time he'd ever had a room to himself. Great guys. Willie, since that time, has become one of Canada's finest songwriters. We call him the Willie of the North.
He's also become a damn fine butler.
Yeah, that's right. Last time I saw Willie, he had a job as a butler for a Los Angeles psychiatrist. Oh dear, this is one of Willie's early tunes, and we've been doing it for a long time, and we still love it very much. We save it for special occasions, and this is certainly qualifying tonight. This is Music in Your Eyes. Of my youth, I
used to sit down and watch the river go down. I'd send my dreams there around the bend, hoping they'd come back again. But now a long time's gone by, and at least once a day I sit and think about when you were holy, and eager to see what you could find. It's funny how you lost the time. Ah, you wonder why I lay awake at night. Well, I just can't get to sleep. It's not the devils or the feelings inside, it's the peace of mind I seek. And you stand there laughing, and I'm standing staring. I've come all this way, and all you ever said was that's okay. Tell by your surprise that you've been doing fine, so don't give me no more lies. We'll understand it all in time. Now music in your eyes, my God, I'd love to watch you dance. Don't be feeling shy, I know you know how. Hey, you're not sleepy now. When I came into this town, I knew my hands were bounded. I knew I'd have to pay for my ways or else go underground. But I said, music in your eyes, I can tell by your surprise that you've been doing fine, so don't give me no more lies. We'll understand it all in time. Come on and shine now, music in your eyes. Come on. I can tell by your surprise that you've been doing fine, so don't give me no more lies. We'll understand it all in time. You know, we'll understand. Jim Morrison on bass, Garnet Rogers on violin, flute, and guitar. Thank you very much, Cambridge. We'll see you next year.
Stan Rogers. Recorded live, Payne Hall, Harvard University, May 14th, 1983.